TV Trademark TV here, back for another video. 5G sucks. You know why? You can't get. I've got a 5G phone, yeah, a Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. You cannot get 5G in this town, in Medway, in England. I tried to get 5G in this town, but you can't get 5 nano chip speeds, right, in this town. You can't. Right, I've got a 5G ready phone, not just the SIM card's 5G, the phone itself's 5G. And you can't get 5G speeds in this town. You can't. You can't get it. You cannot get 5G speeds in this town. I tried. Yesterday I was on 5G, and the next minute I went right off. And now I can't get back on. Right, 5G manufacturers suck. Suck the big one. Right, you cannot get 5G speeds in this town. I tried that, because tall buildings will block the signal. Right, you've got to sort this out. Samsung, Apple, iPhone, Google, and Xiaomi and Nokia. Got to sort it out. Right, 5G sucks the big one. Right, you cannot get 5. It don't matter if your SIM card's 5G. If your phone's not 5G, well, I say to Scott next door, he may have a 5G SIM card, but he's stuck with 4G. Right? My phone is a 5G nano chip processor inside. This has got 5G nano chip. His phone's only stuck with 4G, that's why he can't get 5G. Right? My phone is 5G compatible. It's got 5G nano chip built inside the processor. Right? And you ain't going to get 5G in this town. Because there's no... I know where the 5G is. Right next door to the Rochester Cathedral. They got a 5G chip. They can... Well, a clergyman at Rochester Cathedral, they can get 5G. Because the Rochester Diocese asked for a 5G mast, didn't they? Yeah, they did with Medway Council, and they got one, didn't they? Why can't we have one right outside John's Church on the roundabout, on the road there? Why can't we have a 5G chip, put it by wetherspoons, by the wall there? A 5G mask. Right? He's got 5G chip, yeah, but his phone's only bound to 4G. My phone can take 5G, but you ain't going to get 5G in this town. Because there's no 5G in Chatham town centre. There's no 5G over by the roundabout, by the bus station. There's no 5G chip built there as standing there. There's no 5G mask. Because Medway Council are slow. And when I was at that meeting with Medway Council at the church, I said, and I piped up, why can't you get a poxy 5G mask somewhere in this town? In this Medway, in Chatham town centre. And they went into one. Don't word me. Well, if I buy a 5G phone, I want 5G speeds. And the bloke didn't know what that was, the Medway Council bloke. What's 5G? Well, you know what 5G is? I do. 5th generation internet. 7 megabits per second. And he didn't know what I was on about. I think Rob did. Susan's Rob knew what I was on about. Susan's Rob knew what I was on about as well. I went out with Susan, he knew what I was on about. The one dressed up like a lady, he knew what I was on about. He didn't know. He knew what I was on about. So did my mate from the tech shop. What's his name? That bloke from 2Ks in Pudding Lane. He knew what I was on about. Yeah, he knew what I was on about because he's in that game. 7 megabits per second. When I told him that, how do you know that? Well, he's brainy, isn't he? Luke said. Yeah, I know, you ain't going to get that speed down here. You ain't suddenly going to get 7 megabits per second speeds in St John's Church in the building itself. Because it's an old building and there's It's an old building, and you ain't gonna get 5G speeds on a 5G nano chip phone. It don't mean if the SIM card's 5G, the phone's got to be compatible with it. Right? Scott said, I've got a 5G SIM card. No, it don't matter you got a 5G SIM card. You go with a 5G phone. The handset's got to be 5G. And as my phone's 5G, I was on it yesterday outside the church, and the next minute, bing! It shot from 5G to 4G. And I was stuck with 4G for the rest of the day. And I couldn't get off. I couldn't get 7 megabits per second on the 5G. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the speeds. And when I put the speed up, of the of 5G, seeing what the speed test was, it was pants. It was pants. Speed, when I put the 4G speed up, I was getting more with 4G than I was with 5G. I was getting more speeds with 4G than 5G. 5G is pants. It sucks. 5G sucks the big one. And I'm a tech reviewer, Been doing it for 25 years, And when 3G come out, we thought that was fast. And when 4G come out, readily available, that was the fastest thing on the planet. 4G is the best way forward. 5G sucks the big one. It sucks. It sucks the big one. It's pants. It's idiots as well. You cannot get 4G speeds anywhere. If you go down near a big tower block, a big block of flats or down by Wetherspoons, right? Either side, big building, innit? Tower, big buildings. You ain't gonna suddenly get past that. The wavelength's not gonna go through that, is it? You're not suddenly gonna. If I'm in Wetherspoons, and I mean if you're going Wetherspoons in Chatham, you don't get a signal in there, and there's no way you're gonna get 7 megabits per second in Wetherspoons. You can't get a signal with 4G in there, let alone 5G. One bloke said to me when I was talking to him, this was yesterday when I went in Wetherspoons, before I went to church. Saturday, I went in Wetherspoons. He said, you got a 5G phone? Yeah, and the bloke over the road next door to me had a 5G phone. He had a S22 Ultra. 5G. Right? And he said to the bloke going by doing the waiter, he said, your service in here is shit. He's crap. Excuse my French. He said, the service in here is crap. You can't get a signal in here, can you? And he's on a 5G Samsung Galaxy S21 22 Ultra. And you ain't going to get 5G 7 megabits in here. And he saw mine. What's that, 5G A53? Yeah, you ain't going to get 5G in this building or 4G. In Wetherspoons, you get cut off. You do know. You get cut off in Wetherspoons. You can't get nothing. You can't stream Netflix in there while you're having your lunch. I tried to stream a video of Netflix in here, in this dump, and I couldn't get nothing in Wetherspoons. Couldn't get 4G speeds either. LTE. I couldn't get nothing in Wetherspoons. Not a damn signal in there. Can't get 4G speeds in there. And the bloke said, this building's rubbish. You can't get 4G in Wetherspoons. You can't make a phone call in there either. You cannot get no speeds in there at all. And I've got a powerful phone, a 5G handset. Right, not just the SIM card's 5G, the whole phone's 5G. And you ain't going to get 7 megabits per second in that building or LG 4G LTE in LTE speeds as well. You ain't going to get that in there. So I'm in there the other day, trying to stream Netflix in there, and I was going nowhere. All it was doing was buffering. It wasn't even, it was stalling. It was stalling. It was just saying it was pending. And it wasn't even doing nothing. And when I went out the building, outside the building, out the main door, going out to the railway street, oh, bing! It worked then. I got Netflix to play outside, and that was it, mate. I got Netflix to work outside. I streamed outside the building. You go inside Wetherspoons, you can't stream in there, nothing. It don't matter if you got a 5G nano chip with 7 megabits per second. You ain't gonna get nothing in there, nor 4G LTE. You ain't gonna get that in there, nor 3G. There's something wrong with that building. It wants knocking down and redoing. It wants pushing down and rebuilding. There's something wrong with that building. I know what it is. People noticed it as well. I was talking to, because I'm a YouTuber, I was talking to 5 people in there, 5 families in there, and their kids and their mums and dads here can't get their kids to watch Netflix in here or Disney Plus. One lady said, with her daughter, I can't get Disney Plus in this dump, nor can I. Can't get Netflix to work in this dump. Why is that? Because there's something wrong with the signal in there. It's a dump. He wants knocking down. You want to knock this building down and redo it again. There's something wrong with Wetherspoons. You can't. I had a phone call come through. You can phone me in the building, but you can't. I can't phone you out. Can't phone no one out in the building of Wetherspoons in Chatham. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You streaming a video in here. I said to the bloke, why is that? I've got a 5G nano 5 megabits per second, 7 megabits per second phone, right, with 5G built on to the actual the phone itself, with a 5 nano chip, right? It's a 5G ready phone. It's not just the SIM card's 5G. The whole phone is as well. And you ain't gonna get 5G speeds in here, or 4G, or 3G, or even you won't get 2 speeds because they've gone. You won't get 5G or 3G or 4G in this dump. There's something wrong with Wetherspoons. I tried it 4 times, and I was getting frustrated. And I went over and saw the manager. Why can't you change the proxy signal in there? It's shit. It was as well. The signal in there is terrible. You ain't suddenly going to get a 5G handset and with 7 megabits per second with faster speeds to work in here or 4G. My phone's got 4G LTE and 5G speeds. And you ain't going to get none of them services in here. None of them speeds. Because they don't work. You ain't going to suddenly get 5G speeds in there. Exclusively Trademark TV, signing off.